Hi everyone, this is Jules. I'm coming today with a video that is a project for Wild Orchid Crafts. This is our September challenge, which is an 8x8 layout, however we wanted to make it. I love the freedom and the liberty to just make whatever we want with the Wild Orchid Crafts stuff. So there are just so many things to use, and it just makes it so much easier to give us that freedom to create however we want. So I love layouts, I love mini albums, I love altered projects. So whatever the challenge was, I was just up for it, and I'm glad that we did this layout because I was able to make a gift for my dad that he he had a birthday earlier this month. So this is supposed to be his gift. It's just a little late, which is no surprise to myself because I know that I'm always running a little late with gifts. But anyways, let me show you guys what I made. And my brother emailed me a picture that he found of my dad. It's a black and white photo of him and his mom. And so this is a really special it's a really special gift because we never met our grandma. My parents left Peru a long time ago, way before any of us were born, and we never returned back until years and years later after my grandma passed. So we never got to meet our grandma. We were never spoiled the way grandparents are supposed to spoil their kids. So it's kind of sad, but I'm glad that we have a couple photos of my dad with her. He has one in his wallet that I have to snag and scan, and then my brother found this one, so it's very special. I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it. This is my grandma, and I was named after both my grandmoms. My dad's mother's name is Julia, and my mother's mom is Anna, and so they just joined it and just named me Juliana. And but on my birth certificate it says Julie Anna and then my last name. So I just feel honored by that I was named after both my grandmas, and I did the same thing with my daughter, named her after both of her grandmas. So that was just a special thing, and I hope she continues with the tradition of that. I'm assuming there's tons more people that do that, but I'm sorry, I'm getting teary-eyed. Oh gosh. Okay, well, anyways, this is the picture that my brother found, and I think my dad was probably around 20 years old, somewhere in there. This is not too long before he left Peru. He was running off with my mom to get married. So they left Peru, and this is a little peninsula, just a little section off the coast of Peru, that my dad was born and raised in, and he went down there to fish as a little boy a long time ago. He's in his 80s now. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so emotional. Oh my gosh. Anyways, he used to fish there when he was a little boy. And my dad grew up in a home where he was beat by an alcoholic father, and there was just so much of he has such a painful story because his mom used to get hit too, and he loves her so much, and he still talks about her, and every time he does he cries. So it's this is a special gift to my dad, so I hope that he likes it. Oh god. Sorry. Jeez. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, let me show you guys what I did with this. So I used Bobani's timepiece paper collection that I've had for a while, and I have not been able to create the projects that I wanted to create with it, but it'll come soon because I have the paper and I'll have it for a while. So I decided to do this on a canvas layout. It's an 8x8 layout, or canvas piece, and I'm gonna write something for him back there. So what I did is I used a couple of different paints by Apple Barrel. Country Tan, which is what I painted the entire thing with, and then used the burgundy that I painted onto a stamp and just stamped the entire edge. And I really like doing this technique. I think I saw Jade do this, and I just have done it ever since. So stamping the edges of the canvas. So that's what I did. And some of it kind of rubbed off on the side, but it's on the edge, but it's okay. So I got the paper, cut it to like 7.5 all the way around, and distressed the edges, inked the edges, and I actually did not glue anything onto the canvas until I had, you know, my layout how I wanted it, where I wanted everything, because it's kind of hard. Once I glue this down, you know, you have to I put my hand back here and just press to kind of help the glue settle, because I use a lot of hot glue. So what I like about this layout is not only the photograph, but I used an old book as a background or photo mat. So this whole thing right here is a book cover. It comes down to like right here. Sorry for the glare. And I also used well, I had to cut it down to size, so I used a piece of the book for this the title, which you can still see some of the frayed parts of the book here. And what I like is I'm trying to see if I could find where it was tearing, but the chipboard part inside is yellowed. It's like flaking and stuff, so I had to throw some glue, hot glue down in there so that it wouldn't peel up, because the back of it, the other side was adhered very, very well. But you can see the color here is like really, see how it's like chipping. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, so it had this like muslin type of fabric on it, so it was distressing and fraying and stuff on the edges, and it looked like, you know how some books get kind of messed up once if they drop their if they get hit on something or they fall or whatnot. So it had this cute little wrinkle up at the top, so I used that and distressed the edges with my ink on the paper, the book, this photo mat back here, and the title. I just made it into my own chipboard piece by gluing, I just cut this out of the paper, the designer paper, and then stuck it on the that piece of book, and just tattered it on the edges and inked it and distressed it and stuff. And then I used fabric burlap on the back. So what I use here for Wild Orchid Crafts is I use a rosette trim jar. I forgot to get the one that I use, but here, let me show you the one that I got in my kit just today. So it's this rosette trim. I apologize, I didn't get it ahead of time. I forgot to leave it here on my workstation. I'll be putting all of the ID numbers down below the video and on my blog with the links to the actual products, so you guys can click on it and it'll take you straight to the website to that particular product. Instead of a listing of it, it'll take you right to it. So so yeah, this is what, oh, I have two pieces. So this is what it looks like. It's got this the rosette trim is sitting, well, it's easier for them to stitch it onto tulle, because it'll hold on to something, so that's why there's all this loose tulle on it. But this rosette has like little glitters all around the edges of the trim, so you can probably see some of it glittering there. Sometimes some of it falls off, but like this in here is a lot. Anyways, I just cut a piece off, and I cut the excess tulle off of it, and I used some, it was like a very light brown color, and I used some Lindy's Stamp Gang stuff to give it the color, and these take color pretty well. I used this Cajun Carnelian red on it, and it took it really well, and then I also sprayed some of the gold on it, but I was just messing with it to have the fabric part of it like saturated, and I rubbed a lot of the glitter off, except for what it already came with. So you can see some of it still on there. And then I centered it with one of the, oh, where'd it go? One of the wild roses in light mocha, which is this one here. And then I used some, the other flowers that I used are the curly wild roses, which is my favorite flower. And this one here is one of the classic sweet roses in the two-tone brown. I have the 40 millimeters here in the two-tone pink, but just so you can see what it looks like. Looks like those, but the brown one here is actually smaller. I'm pretty sure it's the 30. I don't have the packet no more because that's the last one that I used. So, and then I use the 2 deep red open roses here on the ends, and skeleton leaves in the back. And I use this beautiful trim. God, what I liked is that the photo, since it's black and white, it has a lot of the white on it, but I wanted the timepiece collection just because of the theme of it. And so what I wanted to do was incorporate little tiny pops of white. So I did it with the trim. It's a white cotton lace. It's really pretty. It's so super soft too. I layered it on top of a strip of paper that I use a Martha Stewart border punch for. And I die cut some flourishes out of the paper. You can see it's sitting underneath the rosette right here, and it's sitting in this bottom corner right there. On the book itself, on the book cover, I used the silk ribbon in the black that, gosh, it's so soft. I had a little piece left and it fit perfectly onto this cover. And then I just wrapped some tulle on it and then tied one of the little clock pieces onto the top there. What I do with the, here it is here. Here's what they look like there. And I used one of the metal embellishments from the mixed packet. This mixed packet here. And oh my gosh, that packet is so cheap. It's like $2.99 I think for the pack. It's like 13 pieces. It's perfect. And it's got all these different colors of metals in it, so I really like it. And I loved it because of the swirls that's in it. It just matched the paper really well. See how there's swirls and flourishes and stuff on here? And it went with the flourish there. So it just went really well with the metal and stuff too. Then I used some of the little aster daisies. Those little daisy, puffy little daisies. These are really cute. So I used one there and one on each side here. And then I used little open roses. These are the little, excuse me, the little tiny 10 millimeter roses. Really little ones. And then I did a border punch with some American Crafts cardstock. I sprayed it down with some Lindy stuff and then heat set it and then spritzed it with a little bit of water to make it pliable. That way I can fold it accordion style here, and just tucked it underneath there. And you can see the shimmer is gorgeous. Love the shimmer of them sprays. I also sprayed it on the book, and you can see some of the the shimmer on the book cover. And I sprayed it while the ribbon and the tulle was on there too, so you can see some on there. I use some distressing too around the edges, so there's some little dark. I stain it. I do this. I mean, I just rub it on there, and it looks wet, and I just like press it in so it gets into the crevices of the canvas. You can see the fabric, the canvas fabric underneath. You can see all the little details of it. So I love to do that. And then these two little guys here are this. I always forget the name of it. They're nothing stems. These are crystal hearts in black. And then I just got these in my design team kit today. The red ones. They're like chandelier little guys. What did I do with that one too? I thought I took it out. Okay, well, it's not sitting here. Oh, here it is. They're burgundy crystal drops. The chandeliers in gold with gold stems. Look at the new labels, you guys. It has the name, the exact name, and the quantity, and your code number for it. I love that. Paul, this is perfect. Love this. Anyways, it matched really well with the project that I used, and then I just had to fit it in there, and I put them side by side only because this didn't fit anywhere else because it's all glued and tacked down. So I found a spot back here and stuck it down there. So I inked the flowers and sprayed the flowers down, sprayed the paper down, out of the burlap, and there's chipboard behind the photo and chipboard behind this photo mat here. So I like the dimension of it. As you can see here, it's like just pops, and this is just resting on top of that. See how it's peeling up here? See that? Love that. Love the look of it. So I really hope my dad likes it. It's a special thing that, I don't know, I enjoyed every little bit of this, and I just kept staring at this photo that I just hope he likes it. So yeah. Sorry, you guys. So there's my project. I hope you guys like that. And yeah, Jules signing out for Wild Orchid Crafts. Bye, you guys.